Going down, get around Vegas. I'm glad y'all spending time with me today, man. It is May 11th. It's post Mother's Day. To all the mothers out there, man, I didn't get a official shout out on here, but I'm sure all the mothers, enjoy their Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all. I want to kind of get into exactly what I'm talking about today, guys. It's a lot of weird stuff going on in our country right now, man. The young man who got killed by the two guys who got shot out in Georgia. We have that going on. We have another youngster who on Facebook time who got shot by police. I believe in Indianapolis or something like that. We have a lot of stuff going on in this country on top of the coronavirus and everything else that we are enduring here with this. One of the main things I want to always reiterate, or I always want to remind people of because I'm a believer in Christ. For the people who have never seen my channel before, I'm James Sutton. Sorry about the do. I'm waiting for all the salon people to open up so I get this twist back up. I know. It needs to be done. But back to what I'm saying though. Man, we're in a weird place in our country right now, man. And I think we've been here for a minute. And unfortunately, it's racially involved, it's racially pushed, it's racially ignited in a lot of ways. And I think we're taking not everybody. I think we're missing the whole point. A lot of us, as far as what's going on right now in the country. First and foremost, I'm a man of Christ. I believe in the word. I believe what God said. I believe what Jesus said, and to his disciples. I believe that. I roll with that. So, with that being said, I do believe that this is not a flesh and blood fight. This is a spiritual fight. And for all my brothers and sisters in Christ, you know what I'm talking about. And even if people that you're not a Christian, you've heard that before. I'm sure you have. It's really sensitive right now, with the race thing, and I just want to kind of remind people, man, don't be fooled by that. Don't fall into that race thing, man, of what you hear and what you see, because we supposed to not be moved by what we see or what we hear. If we call ourselves Christians, that's how we're supposed to be approaching any situation that comes, from the coronavirus to a racial situation that might happen in this country, and I don't keep it 100. I hate to hear anybody losing their life, black, white, Mexican, whatever color you are. I think all life is valuable. I don't care what your background is, your ethnicity or whatever that may. I think we all are important. We all are spirit. So, I take all this serious when I hear anybody die. It's like the white lady who got killed a couple weeks ago, male lady. We don't hear a lot about that. But she got killed delivering the mail. Killed her over a stimulus check. Thinking that the mail lady had his stimulus check, but we don't hear about that type of stuff. We don't hear about that because again, it's a spiritual fight, y'all. And a lot of people are being blinded by all this skin color and racial and culture and all this. And it's strange, man. It ain't like this the first time that I've heard this, and it probably won't be the last time, but, come on, y'all. Right away, even with the young man in Georgia, we haven't even got all the facts out yet. A lot of people just look at the two men and just assume that they're racist just because how they look. Ain't got no basis if it was racially motivated or not. We just run with the popular belief of what somebody said without finding out. That's why I always say, think for yourself, man. Go get the information for yourself. Stop being gullible to everything you hear just because you're emotionally moved by something, or you're angry, or you're fed up with something. First get the truth. If those two guys killed that man, that young black man, running, jogging, whatever the case may have been, and if it's racial motivated, it will come out. See, what's happening is that we as people create a certain wave or create a certain feeling in the country by spreading untruth. Before we even got all the facts out, we got people jumping on the internet talking about it's racially motivated because there's two white men and a black man. And then again, like I say, it's a lady who just got killed, white lady, in Minneapolis. It was on the news, just important, life is important, got killed too by young, but we don't hear about that. I know a lot of people are like, yeah, this and that. My point is this, I guess what I'm trying to say, we gotta make up our mind, if we Christian, if we living for the world, or if we following Christ. Because I think a lot of us, we are confused with that. We incorporate the Bible to our needs. I've done that in the past too, to fit into how we feel about it, what looks good with us. We don't create the Bible. God, that's God's word. You know what I'm saying? So we follow God's word if we're followers of Christ. If you're not, I understand why you don't think that way. But for all the men, all the women that know God, that claim they know God, all I want to say is, come on, let's act like it when circumstances come up, like a killing or a situation. That's the best time to prove how much we really believe in Christ. And the first thing is we walk in love and we carry out everything we do in love. Not hate, not anger, not all this stuff you see. A lot of stuff you see on TV, on the internet and all this stuff, you got angry people. You ain't even got people that's really trying to stand up for justice and what's right. You got angry people. You even got some black folks talking about revenge. I even heard another story this morning, I haven't even looked into it. 2 elderly people got killed at a grave site. Visiting a grave site. That it ain't even hit news. If you heard about it, okay. If you haven't, it ain't even hit news yet. You know who killed them 2 white people? A young black man. Allegedly because of what happened in Georgia with Ahmad. Do you understand what I'm saying? Evil does not constitute evil. And I don't care what color you are. If you're white and you're doing this, and if you're black, you're doing this. It ain't just for black people, it's for anybody. If you call yourself, not even a Christian, if you call yourself trying to do what's right, do what's right. Don't talk about it, be about it. And what's being about it is your fruit and what comes after that. And if you're doing things out of anger, if you're doing things out of hate, that's no part of God. No part of being a Christian. I don't care what your pastor told you. And you ain't got to be a Christian for 30 years and 40 years to know that. This common sense is right in the word. Forgive. Don't walk by anger and hate and all that stuff. God makes that clear all through his word. So man, look, all I'm saying is this, y'all. Let's not be fooled by everything we hear on the internet just because it sounds good and it fit our criteria of how we want to feel at this time. I don't care if it's racially or politically or anything else. Do yourself a favor, man. Have a wait and see attitude. Be still. Let things work out its course. Don't jump to conclusions, because it ain't no right for one person to jump to conclusions than it is for another. I can't say that one wrong makes a right, because it don't, or 2 wrongs don't make a right. That math don't make sense. So come on, y'all. Let's come together, as people, as humans. Just think about when this country was down, and we still coming out of it. In that month or that couple months that we were going through all that, you very rarely sense that people were worried about the color of people's skin for a brief period of time. And I'm not saying everywhere in this country was like that for the most part, because we always discern into the greater good of what's going on with everybody, because we all going through it, no matter what color we was. Well, nobody even looking at that. Just think about it. If we're on top of a building and that building fall, it don't matter what color the people are on top. We're all going down with that building. So with that being said, it shouldn't matter when you hear things, when you hear evil or anything that you hear going on, man. You're gonna be a part of what you hear. It's just the truth. Just look back on your own life. You'll see what I'm saying. You know, just look back and think about it. Anything you said, man, I can't stand, I can be careful, you would probably end up doing that very same thing or being that very same way. If it wasn't for your parents, if it wasn't for something you said from a friend, or I never drink, or whatever, smoke, or whatever the case may be, 9 times out of 10, if you weren't careful, you probably found yourself ending up doing the same thing. We walk by faith, not by sight. Remember, this is a spiritual fight. Brothers and sisters in Christ, don't get sucked into this political black and white thing, because you know that we're not here for that, brothers and sisters. We're here to bring people to God. And we cannot bring people to God if we're always, or we're letting color and culture interfere with what the truth is. Get around Vegas. Go love somebody, man. Matthew 6:33. Man, it's beautiful outside. I'm about to step out here in about 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, excuse the dude. Gotta get this done. Get around Vegas. Go love somebody. Talk to you next video.